Hello guys. In my previous session, I have discussed about some Ansible installation and then a couple of configuration files which is used in Ansible controller node to manage the Ansible configuration and some basics about the Ansible. In this session, I wanted to give some more information about Ansible and what's Ansible and why we are going for this Ansible coding or YML formatting files for our day-to-day configuration management or whatever the configuration we wanted to use with Ansible. So basically, Ansible is an open source automation tool which is used to for most of the cases in configuration management, something like to configure your server with services or file change, something like that, and then application management and the task automations, which are the tasks we used to do in daily basis. So it's basically like whatever the operations we do it on our IT infrastructure, like installing the packages, installing servers. There are many more things which we can achieve with Ansible on our day-to-day activities, like whatever I have explained till now. And basically, there are major advantages of using Ansible is something like we can do our configuration automation, which are the tasks we used to perform manually. So it automates the tasks first thing, and so the Ansible will automate our tasks, which we will be doing on day-to-day basis, something like server provisioning, software installation, configuration management, and more. And then it is, as I mentioned, for server provisioning, also it can be used in infrastructure as a code. In previous case, we used to use it, but right now there is a Terraform which many organizations which is using, and that's a different topic. So Ansible also can be used as IAC, which is infrastructure as code with YML formatting. And then we have something like Ansible can be used as agentless. That means it doesn't require any package or third-party tool or any agent to install on our server. So because only the control node requires the Ansible package to install, and whichever the clients whichever we are going to use, it doesn't require to have any agents to be installed on those servers. So it basically works on port number 22 with SSH, and it can be these Ansible playbooks and codes can be written in a declarative language, which is very good thing to understand our scripting languages, like compared to other scripting languages. This can be very easy to understand, and you can just give some words and you can try to get the things done. And it's actually in my previous session, as I explained, it's idempotent where Ansible plays or Ansible playbooks are idempotent. That means if you run multiple times the playbook, that is not, I mean, that is going to make the changes only once. That means if we have any configuration already in place, and if you try to run this Ansible playbook one more time, the Ansible is not going to execute that because the configuration already available. So something like if you are trying to start the service and if you try to start it one more time, or you were trying to copy some file content in the destination file or destination server, and with Ansible playbook. So for the first time, it's copied and the configuration is done on the destination server. And next time when you try to do that, it will go and fetch the details from client, and it will find those details. It's already available, and Ansible is not going to make any changes over there. It says it's okay that it's already available. So that's a main advantage of using Ansible compared to other scripting languages like shell scripting. And it is having wide range of modules where you can get the modules for services, package management, and then configuration and cloud provisioning and container orchestration. There are many things which you can find in Ansible official documentation. I'll just go through that as official documentation as well in a couple of minutes. And there is a scalability which we can say Ansible can be used to manage handful of servers or scale to manage thousands of servers. So, like you have written one playbook which requires to install some package or some third-party agent on your something like if you are using some monitoring tools, it requires some agent to be deployed on all the servers in your infrastructure where you have hundreds of servers. So you can use that same playbook to run on all the servers from central location, something like your central server as a control node, or in a real time, it's something like you will have some what we um, like something like AWX or Ansible Tower from where you can run your jobs using this Ansible playbooks. So that's a major advantage where you can configure or you can just go and install your servers, packages, services, and so manage complete your uh, I mean, your complete infrastructure from the central location. And that's a very useful thing when you use the Ansible configuration management. And then it's a open source, and to manage all the servers centrally, it doesn't require any license in the Ansible, or it doesn't require to spend any amount money on that. So it's a cost effective for us to use for the automation. And you have something like Ansible can be used in cross platforms, something like Windows, Linux, Mac OS, and various cloud providers. So that's because of that, Ansible, we can say it's a versatile choice for managing our environments. So those are the major advantages of Ansible, and some basic background of about the Ansible in a theory, which I wanted to give you some information. And as I mentioned, you have Ansible official documentation where you can go and get them. Uh, Documents or commands or playbooks which you can search yourself, and you can try to write the Ansible playbooks from there. This is the Ansible official documentation which we call docs.ansible.com. You can just go to that page. You have a lot of I don't know why it's going. Just a minute. Should take me to Ansible. Yeah. So this is the link where you can find official Ansible documentation, and from here you will have a lot of things to manage all playbooks or your Ansible commands, everything. And it's something like Ansible core, which you can do all things. Ansible core documentation. Yeah, this is how you can go and find that whichever you want. So if you want to go the specific version of Ansible, something like this, you can just go to Ansible. I think I'm using um, 2.9. The latest is something like 2.14, 13, 15. And getting started with Ansible, you can just go there and you can find what's Ansible and Ansible inventory, which I have shown. So this is the control node, and you will have inventory over there where you can manage the nodes, and then you have something like manage node 1, node 2, node 3. That's a which I was mentioning as a client. This is the one manage nodes, which we call, which is managed by control Ansible control node. And it's something like you can install with a Python 3 hyphen m pip install user Ansible. So you have official installation guide as well from here for Ansible installation. And this is the default Ansible inventory file, which I was mentioning to you, where you can find in slash etc Ansible and hosts. This is the file. This is the default inventory file, which will by default Ansible will be using while you are running some playbooks over there. And if you want to list, there is a couple of Ansible ad hoc commands which I will show in the next session. I will just do some demo over there with about these ad hoc commands, and then we'll go further with the playbooks. So this is where you can get complete your documentation, and if you want to search for some modules, something like you can search it here, Ansible modules. So this is the Ansible modules where you can go and find there will be like introduction to modules. You have many module maintenance and support rejecting work. So you have something like become plugins, cache plugins, action plugins. If I go here, so Ansible doc hyphen L. I wanted to show you something like and from here you can find something like this. So this is a syntax. You can get it over there and sample examples over there. And depending on this, you can just start writing your playbooks using this syntax and formatting. And if you want playbook syntax, something like this, you can find it over here. And if you want to search for specific, if you can see here, I have M Ansible built-in module. Yeah, this M module, and then we have something like service, built-in service module. And if I want to get something like this, we have to find the exact information, which you can something like this firewall D info, where you can get drones and all those things results, which we are going to store it here. So something like this, you have there are a lot of modules over here in Ansible, so which you can find from Ansible documentation, and you can start using them. So if you see here, we have the add host model app module. So app module which used to manage the packages in Debian. So something like this, and if you go, you will have so many things options over here using that. And if you go down, you can find that examples over here, something like this. So if you see here, it's trying to install Apache HTTPD package. Uh, its name is Apache 2, which is trying to install from apt. So this is how we will. There are a lot of things like you can package, you can use which packages and state latest, and that means it's going to install the latest version of packages. So this is how we will just go to Ansible documentation and get the required things, and we start building the playbooks and going further. And that's just some basic background I wanted to give you. And going in my next session, I will just explain about a couple of Ansible ad hoc commands where we can run Ansible commands directly from control node and manage these clients or manage nodes from central server. So I hope you got some time because it's a completely theory. I wanted to give some background information about Ansible. I just gave some documentation information and why we are going for Ansible, some information about that. And from next session, I will be going full on hands-on with the Ansible managing like uh, clients or managed nodes from this control node. I hope this session is informative for you, and I will see you in my next session. And please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.